We joined this game, this second half, very much in progress. 10-0 is the score. We had some technical difficulties with the TriCaster earlier in the game, or at half, I should say, trying to do some interviews with some of the alumni here at Perry, some of the people who just graduated, players like Amber Jimenez and Lily Fulton. Perry have just continued to score. I mean, it's pretty much been their MO this entire season. They've been averaging near 10 goals a game, and they've already hit their quota here tonight. Anything plus is just little icing on the cake. You know, TriCaster's always a little bit finicky, I think. Mark Reed over at the Walter Cronkite School can probably agree with that. Pumas playing almost entirely a new squad. The only major player left right now on the field for the Pumas is Trinity Kaufman. And Nat Duffy started the game for the Pumas. And now Kaufman trying to regain possession. Just can't. 10-0 the score. Vegas had 13-5 as the over-under. And Lily Fulton said they were definitely going to be scoring more than 13 as they play a ball in just past the Puma, trying to get there. You know, with all these new players, it's kind of difficult to keep up, especially when you have a player like that who's not on the listed roster. That doesn't help either. "20 minutes now in counting here in this game. Tolleson might concede more goals than they have players on the field tonight. They only need one more to tie. Perry with, like I said, about 9 out of the 11 are, younger players that are looking to get experience. Now here come the Pumas, ball on the near side. We're going to have a cross in, and it's chested into the back of the net. The Pumas get on the board again. That looked like Annie Hall, who chests it in. Probably a little bit sore, actually. That was kind of a hard-hit ball. Pumas score again, 11-0. Pretty much just business as usual for the Pumas at this point, though, scoring 11 goals in a game. Just easy as you like. I mean, I said it earlier in the broadcast, you kind of just have to feel for these Tolleson players a little bit. Only 11 of them show up. Actually, only 10 of them show up, and they borrow someone off their JV squad. Not a whole lot of people wanted to stay. You know, it is about an hour or so trip back up to Tolleson, back on the west side. "18 minutes left to go now, and the Pumas trying to get one more, as it looks like the keeper is going to get to this one with these. And what has been a very interesting night, a very interesting stream with all the stuff that has gone on here in about the last 15 or so minutes. I mean, we've pretty much had it all tonight. We've had a lot of goals. have a lot of issues. We had a lot of trips, a lot of spills in this game as well. That's what kind of happens when you play on a field with grass that's barely alive. Another great ball played in. Now here come the Pumas again. This looks very similar to their last goal. It's going to be crossed in, loose in the 6-yard box, and it's going to be picked up by the keeper. And they escape, giving up another goal. Kaufman now at the edge of the D, kind of struggling for possession. It's picked up by Kaufman. Kaufman probably not too far-fetched to say that she's going to have a physical advantage against almost anyone that she matches up against, as the shot goes over the top of the crossbar and will go out for a goal kick. Reed checks back into the game. She scored earlier with 17 minutes left to go. Pumas doing anything that they want to offensively. Like I said, just one of those games for the Pumas. I think they're probably used to this by now, as the ball is played in for Kaufman, who just can't get there. It looks like it's going to be a corner, though, for the Pumas, and it will be. And it's always very interesting when you have, certain players, their numbers get changed on the fly. We get a lot of that at this high school game, I feel like. Ball swung in loose in the 6-yard box. Going to be headed on again, and it's saved. And Tolleson, again, avoid conceding another. Like I said, 13.5 is the magic number. 15:50 left to go here in the game. Trinity Kaufman wins the ball back, and now here come the Pumas yet again. Ball on the far side with Reed, the freshman, who is going to be tackled. It's going to go out of bounds for a parried throw. Usually Van Dyne would be the one to take these throws, but she is snug on the bench along with the rest of the starters. Assistant referee there raised his flag initially, then paused, and then did go. Looks like he thought the ball was going to go out. Didn't go out, and then did. Kaufman now for the Pumas. Tried a little chip over the top. Didn't get through. It's going to be Perry's throw. I see at the half the head official threw on some gloves, both of them wearing pants, all three of them, as Walls has a shot, left-footed. How did that go in? What a shot from Walls. She puts it in the back of the net. She's found herself in those areas all night long, and she finds the back of the net. What a strike from Walls, a left-footed goal. That's definitely one to hold on to right there. $12-0 the score. Perry looking to score again. Kaufman one-on-one, and she misses it. She goes wide. And I tell you what, in a 12-0 game, she's probably going to hear about that one. Question tonight might be, if you're the Tolleson head coach, if you're Tabitha Fadina, what are you thinking about right now? I think that's the question. You had barely enough players to actually play. If you did, you'd be a man down, and they're kind of playing like they're a man down, to be honest. As Annie Hall, who scored earlier, is going to come back in. As Duffy, who took a spill earlier in the game, is okay. I don't think anybody on this team is going to be letting that go for probably the rest of her career here, actually. Lujan on the far side. Ball goes off her foot, and it's going to go out for a throw. I think the lesson of the night is probably don't put flash drives into the TriCaster while the stream is going. That's a behind-the-scenes joke for about an audience of 2 right there. Perry, I think, have been in cruise control, I think, since the very first minute when they scored their first goal. I think that was probably when they called the dogs off, per se. Have been probably playing about 75% ever since then. About 12 minutes left to go here in the game. 12-0 to score. As it's going to be Tolleson's throw after the illegal Perry throw. Because I tell you what, I mean, I never played soccer a whole lot, but I've been on some pretty bad baseball teams in my day, and these games were never fun. It's all about working hard, keep going. You know, don't get, or at least try not to get discouraged too much about the score. Just play your game, play to the best of your ability, and you know, they always say they guarantee the coach is watching. I'm sure Coach Vidina is, as Annie Hall almost got to that loose ball before the keeper grabbed it, but she did. Tolleson came into this game winless, and they're going to be leaving perhaps more than winless. As Perry now trying to make it 13 on the far side. This might be a corner, and it is. Perry have another set piece here in the closing stages of this game as we enter what is the last quarter here in about 30 seconds. And there you see Maddie Walls, who did not score early. That was Lujan. That's my mistake on that. Ten minutes in, counting now. Nat Duffy for Perry, trying to find her teammate on the near side. Just a little too far out for her, and that's going to go out for a throw. It's going to go out for another. Maybe if Tolleson did that the entire time, they'd have some more opportunities in their offensive third. Just throw it off a Perry player and take the throw in about 6 yards closer. This ball's cleared, and now the Pumas on the run again on the counterattack. Hall is in pursuit, but she's just not going to get there. It's going to go out for a Perry throw. And a lot of these Perry goals just kind of created from getting the ball into the attacking third, and it's only one pass away from finding someone in space all by their lonesome when they're in a one-on-one situation. This is going to roll out for a goal kick. As you say, the little drop kick there by one of the several ball boys for this team. Ball, I don't know how she say children because they're girls and boys. .8:30 now in the game. Pretty much a 2-touchdown game at this point, 2 possessions. Kaufman finds herself on the near side, and she's going to go inside toward the byline, might swing it back, tries an outside the foot shot, going for the side netting, just couldn't get it. And you can see Kaufman on the way she's running back. She's having a good time out there. Probably won't be when she's reminded of that miss she had a few minutes ago. Ball played in is going to go out for a Tolleson throw. 12-0 the score. Vegas right now, if he took the under, you're looking okay. Kind of coming down to the nitty-gritty here on 13-5. Perry now is going to have a throw. No, they're not. They're going to go the other way. Head official making the call. Thought it was out on Perry. Or, excuse me, out on Tolleson. It ended up being out on Perry. But Perry, guess what? They'll get the ball right back. Tolleson player goes down. No foul called at any point. She'll have to get back up. Shot from distance here from Lujan. They had to make a great save. Keeper did a great job there. And she recovers the loose ball. Kind of kicked out of her hand. That was a little bit of a weird situation. She's down hurt. And they're going to pause the clock. She's injured right now. And for Tolleson, they don't have anybody on the bench. So then they're already a man down. Tolleson already has 10 people on the field as it stands right now. Again, at this point, it's kind of like a head scratcher. Like, why are we playing this game right now if they only had 10? So they're giving the keeper some time. She's good to go, it looks like. Kaufman plays a ball, then it's going to fall to Perry. She's trying to get a little left foot shot. Looked like Annie Hall there. Tried to buy herself some space. Just couldn't find the area to do so in. And with under 6 minutes left to go, Perry going to have another corner. I think 2 goals in these last 6 minutes is probably asking for a lot, especially at this point of the game with everybody kind of just waiting to hear the referee's whistle. A left-footed strike over the bar underneath the football crossbar, and she knows she was close on that one. Maddie Walls. Now falls right back to Perry again. That's Annie Hall, who's going to try and chip it up to Kaufman. Kaufman looked like she was going to go for a volley. I think, pretty sure Duffy just got nutmeg, so this is not one of those nights that she's going to want to remember. Annie Hall wants it on the near side. She's wide open if she can get it. Here comes Hall. Hall about at the penalty spot. Inside at 6 yards out. She slots it home. 13-0 the score. Annie Hall, easy as you like, gets the pass, keeps her shot low, and finds the back of the net with 4:34 left to go. 13.5, the over-under, 1 goal away in 4 minutes. I mean, at this point, you kind of just want a running clock. I mean, the clock hardly ever stops, but even in between the goals scored, it just hurts. And you see that bench, a whole lot of frowning on that bench from the 3 people over there right now. Or excuse me, 4 people over there. Lujan now for Perry, who hit the post earlier from distance. Four minutes and counting. Perry. Throw in. Finds the Tolleson keeper, and she's going to release. Tolleson still have not had a shot the entirety of the game. This ball for Kaufman is too far out in front for her to be able to receive, so it goes out for a Tolleson throw. Three minutes left to go until we close this game out here on this cold Friday night. We're inside the box, and it's pretty warm in here, and I'm still a little bit chilly. I hate to be on the bench right now. Once we pan over again, you'll see everybody on the bench on both sides all bundled up in blankets. They're going to play Trinity Kaufman here on the near side. Kaufman trying to find some space. Kaufman looking for a goal. Had a great opportunity about 15 or so minutes ago. She's still looking for a goal. I mean, you could just see the size differential in that shot just now. Almost unfair. Oh, Kaufman kicks the ball to the face to boot. Yeah, she plays football, though, so it's nothing. It's kind of, I'll tell you what, it's a little bit difficult. The last girls soccer game we'd broadcasted was their quarterfinal matchup against Chandler, which went into extra time. To go from that to 13-0 with a minute 40 left to go. A little bit interesting, I think. Walls now for Perry off the throw. Gives it to Hall. Hall has a shot, and that might go out for a throw-in. And it will. Well, I think it's safe to say there's a reason this team is number 1 in the state right now and number 11, 11th nationally, according to Max Preps. There's been never any question about this game. Even before kickoff, there was not any question about it. It was all about Perry not playing down to their competition, and that's what they've been able to do. And they are going to cruise to a 13-0 win, barring a goal here in these last 40 seconds. As Sandstadt kind of clears it upfield, just gives it a little boot. We're going to have a foul here. Well, it's going to be waved off for... And there it is. There's a goal. The Pumas score with under 20 seconds left to go. They got it for their 14th goal. Annie Hall's third. That's her hat trick. The second hat trick of the Knights. Her and Remy Deutsch both getting 3 goals. And the Pumas put the icing on the cake of a 14-0 win. They just won a game 15-0. They respond with that with a 14-0 win. They cover the over-under if you had the over at least. I'm sure the spread on this one was about -11. And the Pumas. I tell you what, if Kaufman has herself a little space, she might have thought about a shot. The Pumas cruise to a 14-0 win. Easy as you like. They came in and they took care of business. And that is our final score tonight. Goals from almost everybody. 14-0, 6 coming from Deutschen Hall. And as we are signing off here from John Wren Stadium, and joined again by Noah Lau. Noah, you've been watching this game and directing this game all at the same time. What did you see here tonight?
You know, Jordan, I saw Perry take the most with their chances. You know, they really maximized their opportunities this game. You know, Remy Joey scored multiple times. All their offensive studs really scored. Jackie Gilbert, Amanda Dahl, Brenna Alderson. So they just played a really clean game on the offensive side and a really clean game on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, can't get any more clean than not giving up a shot in the entirety of the match. Noah, you satisfied with this team here? What do you think this team's going to go here in the postseason?
I think this team is really set to make a deep run in the postseason.
Yeah, looks like it.
They're missing a lot of injuries still. You know, Nisa Montoya, Yushiro's banged up according to her father. So, you know, just as long as they get those players back from injuries, I think they'll do really well going into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a little bit of weight, though. I kind of led you with that question. Still have some time here in the regular season. Like you mentioned, this Perry team a little bit banged up right now, kind of battling some injuries. But they looked real good here tonight, took care of business just like we all thought they would. 14-0 the final score, and we're signing off what was a very interesting stream. For Noah Lau, I'm Jordan Palacio, and for all of the PS4 gang, we are signing off tonight here from John Wren Stadium. Again, 14-0 Perry, our score, and we will see everybody soon. Have a good night, everybody.